Good morning, guys. Would have been so much better with a gap up. No, sorry, with gap down. Would have been much better with a gap down in the markets. Then we would have gotten this enormously valuable reversal setups. Now, just gapping back into these declining moving averages, and it's just, it's a casino. You don't know if it's gonna go up or down. Hard to get conviction in either way, unfortunately. Sounds like PDD too. Couldn't it gap down to the 100 day? 150, sorry. Please tell me you covered ICE yesterday. Nope, I covered it early pre-market. Eyes and ears? Is ears a mover too? There you go, eyes and ears. Yeah, I took a loss on eyes. I covered it here pre-market, early pre-market. Let's see, right here. I started in the 14s. Unfortunately, I should have, I usually when I'm short things, I usually get, check in when ECN's open, but I was a bit late today. I forgot I was short this thing. So I turned on the computer like an hour after the ECN's opened. So I could have gotten out some of it earlier, but I started covering in the 14s. I sold a tiny bit of GME. I mean, I didn't have a much. I'm still pissed it was down after hours on this day one when it broke out. I just, it's disgusting. I sold half. I had okay size, nothing crazy, but I sold half. Let's see if I get stopped out of some of my shorts today, or if we gap and crap again. This is what it is trading a shopping market. It shows strength, and the moment you start buying stuff, the moment you get slammed. Oh shit! Not again. Yeah, moment you open a Nokia, you get slammed. Yeah, it was a Nokia spill. All right, let's see here. No, wait, what? Disca. No, what's the symbol? Disca. Disca. Oh, there it is. I'm watching this Disca. I think the time for at least some kind of meaner version should be coming soon. It's not one of these, 1000% runners, but it's a large cap stock, and it's up. It's up what? 22 out of the last 23 sessions, or 25 sessions. I don't know. It's maybe it can have a pullback to the 20-day. Yeah, Disco is back. David, people will only send you money if you tell them you're a Nigerian prince. That's how it works. GBTC. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin has stayed strong. Oh, it's actually maybe I'll do some GBTC opening range highs. It is reclaiming them. It is up 3 days in a row, which I don't like, but it is breaking out of this range and reclaiming the 20. So it's not an ideal setup, but Bitcoin is showing strength. Can has a decent setup. It does have a decent setup actually. Yeah. I would prefer maybe a few more days sideways, but it has also been strong. Bounced off the 20, relentlessly building higher lows. Not bad at all. GME. I'm just gonna trade my long on GME, I guess. And eyes. Again, for those who were not here when I started streaming, I covered everything early pre-market, and I will be looking for a re-entry. A lot of these stocks are building higher lows over the key moving averages like Roku, Tesla. We'll see. Probably won't be buying anything on the long side. I just don't see any setups. The only thing I'm looking at on the long side out of the gate will be this MSTR is interesting too. It's another one of these crypto plays. Yeah, maybe some of these coin related stocks. No, I'm not. Why would I be long TQQ still? Why would I be long TQQ? It went way lower from where I bought it. There's absolutely no reason to be long that. Where did I buy it? Somewhere here? No, I haven't been long in TQ. I got stopped out of all the bounce attempts at the same day. TAN, TQQ, some of the others. I have usually very tight stops on everything, except for this GMBL. This is the widest stop I've had in a while, because it's in a relevant position. I don't care. I'm looking to build into this. So anytime I buy something, it goes way lower. Just, I probably sold it. That's the only way you survive in this game. Yeah, VIAC too. Good luck, guys. Oh, this DraftKings is strong again. the market goes up, which winner would the big winners be? Something like RMO, probably not. It's totally lost the uptrend. The biggest winners, I think, will be the ones that are still in their uptrends. You know, something like Plug or Tesla, that had a big move, pulled back one of these declining moving averages. Not something like RMO. It's a total piece of shit. No one wants that thing. Stick to the ones that are still in their uptrends. Those will be among the biggest winners. Maybe. Yeah, TME is one of the ones that held up well. SPLK, yeah, it's a good setup. Vivo, horrible setup. This is just, I mean, you need to review the setup criteria. This is just horrible. Not good, not good. It's just not a good setup. It's all over the place. Shopee, no, I say no edge on something like that. Stick to the stocks that have clean trends, big moves. XBEV, a good short. Yeah, maybe in maybe next week if it keeps going sideways, can't bounce, and you know, it could have a bear flag, or it could also go higher. It's too early to tell. But yeah, bear flags in weak markets can be very profitable. We've already seen several examples of that over the past couple of weeks. It's too early to tell. This is the thing with the markets like these. They go up, but they go up, everyone gets bullish again. We have a red candle, everyone gets bearish. This is why you trade ranges. Wait for the range to develop. There's no edge trading something, you know, when the indices are in the middle of nowhere. There's, you know, I do trade some stuff, but you know, I'm like super selective on the long side. I mean, I bought some of these coin related things, but oh shit, Mara. I forgot I was short this thing. Talking about coin related stocks. Well, is it a potential long setup? No, I don't know. Maybe. Not for me. What's Riot doing? Okay, Riot is strong too. Mara, yeah, Can is a good long setup. I did buy it earlier, but Riot and Mara, I was coming in. I was short these from last week, or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. But I covered them up. Yeah, they could be potential long setups. So I already bought the MSTR and Can and GBTC. I don't really need more exposure to the sector. For now. Tilray. I don't know. I would prefer this thing to go sideways a bit more. Where I bought Can, where I usually buy things when they break out, opening range highs. On the 1 minute or the 5 minutes, most often. Don't Can have earnings? No idea. It's not trading on earnings, so I don't really care. And it's on the 17th. That's like next week. It's a long time between now and then. What if the breakout is later in the day? Well, then you buy whenever it breaks out of the range. But it needs to establish a range first. It needs to establish at least a couple of candles. It needs to establish at least the first 1 minute or the first 5 minute candle to have a trade, to have a range to trade against. That's my preference. So you know where to set your stop. Otherwise, where do you put your stop? Why I don't use lows of the day? Because these are misprints. These are not real prints. I'm not sure where the lows of the day is. My guess is around 47. These are just misprints. It's an OTC's traded stock. You get a lot of misprints in those. Bingo. Yeah, it needs some work. Also, this Zom I'm watching. That's kind of low price. Oh, I'm gonna have to pay some commissions on that one. Maybe next week or later this week. Do I manually? No. You don't set your stop at the moving average. The moving average is a guide. Kodak, yeah, wake me up when this thing has a setup. Wake me up when it has a setup. Would you suggest going margin if buying power is used up on a cash setup? Sure, only if you're a profitable trader. But if you're asking, you probably shouldn't. Wake me up when September ends? What? Yeah, Sava. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Tiger and Futu, what are these doing now? Oh no, I got shaken out of my short. I was short one of these. I don't remember which one. Was it Futu? Was it this day here? Yeah, I was short here. Oh yeah, and then it was really strong a few days later. It gets stopped out. This Tiger had a big move down though. Plug. Yeah, it needs more time. I just see a lot of stocks that, you know, could be starting to build some bottoms, but they still think, I think they need more time. Like Plug is building higher lows over the 100-day, Something like Tesla. They need more ranges. It's right now I just don't see anything on these. Angie. Nah, not really. Nothing special. Maybe 2.5 stars. 2 stars. It looks too random. I don't like random looking stocks. Because I know if I trade a random looking stock, I'm gonna have some random results. And I want superstar results. That's why I only want superstar stocks and superstar setups. GMBL, yes, I've been talking a lot about it. Just a random stock I think could make a big move. Tiny position, I'm looking to build into it. Nothing I care about. I also, guys, I can't upload videos from Twitch anymore. I haven't been able to upload the 2 latest videos to YouTube. And I don't know why. Oh, now it worked. Hasn't worked for 2 days. I think it worked now. Let's see if it comes up on YouTube later. Copyrights? No, it's just the button doesn't work. When I click the upload button, nothing happens. Yeah, after 10 days, usually my target on the parabolic short setups. And the secondary would be the 20-day. That's usually where they bounce. Now this ice obviously, has some potential downside. But we'll see. Well, yeah, I mean, the setup on Can itself, it's not 5-star, but if you put it in context, what the market has been doing over the past couple of weeks, all these momentum stocks, they're down 50, 70%. And then you have something like this, it's right back at highs. It held up, bounced off the 20, built the wick, and now it's breaking out of this range with Bitcoin being really, really strong. That makes it a 5-star setup. Why didn't I enter Disca? Because I was watching other things. I was watching Ice. And now it's probably gonna go down to 55 bucks without me. That's fine. You don't need to be in everything. Exactly. Random stocks, random setups will give you random results. Superstar stocks with superstar setups will give you superstar results. It's that easy. If Can is potential a multi-day place, do I think, well, what kind of a trader am I? Am I a swing trader or am I a day trader? What's this? Currency works. I'm an options trader, right? You think I'm a day trader? I love day trading. And when I say love, I say I hate. I mean, I hate it. Unfortunately, I was brainwashed into thinking day trading is the only way to trade in the beginning. That's the most mediocre way to trade. In my opinion. It's just too limiting, way too limiting, and it's just, you know, you're always fighting for pennies. That's the problem. A lot of things are strong now. We'll see. You know what? I'll put it on my watch list. Well, in hindsight, I wasted a lot of time trying to day trade. I think I believe my development as a trader would have been faster if I had found someone like Stockbee earlier. Instead, I wasted my time in some stupid day trading rooms that front ran their followers. Yeah, I know. Stockbee is a shorter term swing trader. I'm usually a bit longer term than he is. But still, he's mostly a swing trader. I think he day trades too, but I just don't. And also, like once you I don't, like I get it. Like if you're a new trader, you should be selling, you know, at least part of your position pretty quickly. Just lock in that profit, build your confidence up, get your equity curve to start, you know, moving in the right direction. You know, aggressively locking in profits and selling losers even more aggressively. But once you've been in the game for, you know, longer term, I don't like trading for cash flow. Makes no sense. Maybe it's just me being lazy. I really don't want to trade. I want to make as few trades as possible. I made my first million mostly in day trading, yes. And if I hadn't day traded from the beginning, I would have made my first million in swing trading. We trade for our next generations, not ourselves. I just trade so I can get free Nocco. Exactly, day trading is for people who want to work hard. I don't want to work hard. Oh, this arc. Should I go long this thing? Should I switch to the long side? What if it bounces back to 150? Nah, I'll just cover it. I still don't, you know, I'll just cover it. I'm not gonna start going along a bunch of stuff. I already did some decent long exposure on some of these coin names. Bounce plays are tricky. Like if you're a shorter term trader, shorter term swing trader, absolutely. But I just don't have a confidence in this bounce yet. I would have wanted that Nasdaq shakeout below the 200-day or around the 200-day, like one more leg lower. That would have given me confidence in a decent bounce. But this, you know, I don't know. I'd rather wait for good setups to turn up. You know, you don't need to catch the bottom to make money. Catching bottoms is mostly for losers. It's the big part in the middle. That's where you make your big money with the lowest risk. So yeah, I'm just, you know, been covering some of my shorts and got long some of these crypto names. That's it. No hurry to do anything. But if you are a shorter term swing trader, you know, trading these things on the long side makes sense because this bounce could easily last. Even if it's gonna fail later, you know, we can easily have a multi-day bounce. But it's not for my time frame. I just don't see these types of setups that I have confidence in most of these names. Not yet. Yeah, absolutely. When going long, trying to catch bottoms, and when going short, trying to catch tops, it's mostly a loser's game. It's mostly a loser's game. You can very rarely do it consistently. Did the market bounce twice on the EMA 100 in where? September and October? Let's see. Nasdaq. Let's look at the QQQs. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, at least in November it did bounce off the 100-day. But more importantly, what happened in early November and mid-November was you had a lot of setups. It doesn't really matter what the market does. What you have to do is pay attention to the setups. When there are a lot of setups, the market is trying to tell you something. That's where your odds of success are the biggest. That's where the risk reward is the biggest. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, trading stuff like, I mean, some of these maybe triple ETFs for a bounce, or some of these, you know, some of the stocks. But again, it's not for my time frame. You know, I'm not really looking for a couple of day trades. I'm looking for multi-week, multi-month trades most of the time. So I will not do much. The small cap run didn't even start in November. Yes, it did. Early November, that's when all of them started breaking out. Do you share your year-to-date performance with us? Yeah, I've been sharing it. I'm up about a little bit more than 100%, maybe 120 or so on the year. And I'm gonna tell you guys, for those of you who think I should do a small account challenge, it's not a challenge trading a small account. It's a challenge trading big. If I had a small account, I mean, looking at some of the opportunities I haven't been able to trade, I missed because they didn't get into my scans, I would be up well over 200%. Trading a big account, that's a real challenge. Trying to cover eyes pre-market, 260,000 shares early pre-market, that's the challenge. Where is it? Let's see here, pre-market, 1 minute chart. Let's look. That's the challenge. Let's look at the 5 minute. It's easier to see here. That's the challenge. I started covering in the 14s, and I think I got out my last shares like 18 bucks or something. So everything from here to here, that was a big part me covering. That's the real challenge. That's the real challenge. But it's my own fault. The thing is, I had a stop for half of my shares in the $13 area, but I was late. I got up late because I forgot I was short this thing. So I lost, you know, a couple of $100,000 just because I forgot I was short this thing. Otherwise, you know, usually when I'm short these high flyers, I always turn on my computer when the ECN's open. Early pre-market. That's like what? Eastern Coast US time. It's like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. or something like that. Obviously, it's like 10 a.m. here in Swedish time, so it's not a big issue. But you know, if you're in the US, you kind of have to go up in the middle of the night because you don't want to wake up, turn on your computer half an hour before the open, and you know you're short eyes from 12 bucks, and you open up your computer, it's at 24. That's really, you know, that's how you blow up. You gotta keep an eye on those things, because you know, shorting these stocks, it's like I've said countless of times before, I don't really recommend anyone shorting parabolic stocks or shorting. No way, like in any way, you should never short stocks ever. You will blow up. Most of you will blow up faster than you will blow up in any other way. Like any time you get hurt, maybe you fall on on your stairs, or on you know, when you get hurt in any way, you burn your hand on a hot stove or something, and you enjoy the feeling. Congrats, you may want to become a professional short seller. For everyone else, if you don't enjoy the feeling, don't short. Obviously, I'm joking around. I mean, it's really a shorting is a hard game. Like, the numbers are so stacked against you, it's not even funny. Like, it's you can get hurt so bad, really fast if you're not careful. You need another mentality for shorting than for going long. Now, obviously, I do both go long and short. I'm very flexible in that way, and sometimes I can go long something I was just short, and vice versa. But for most people, shorting is just stay away. Hey, Moist Mango. Hey, Moist Mango 12. About the KBIO. Do you know I lost like 500% on it? I was short. I was shorting it. I was gonna go be short into the weekend. So the market closes. I leave my computer for like 15 minutes. I come back and I'm down 500% on it. I think I lost a quarter of my account. Like my total equity in like 15 minutes. Talking about KBIO. Guys, I've been losing money in every way possible. Like all the big squeezes ever, I've lost money on it. At least before I nailed them. I usually nail them eventually. So trust me when I tell you, you don't want to be a parabolic short seller. Yeah, after I covered it, it doubled in like 30 minutes. I could have lost 1,000% on it or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it was an insane move. And the only reason I'm sitting here talking with you guys because I don't hesitate getting out. If I have to get out, I get out. I don't give a shit how much I push up the price. I get out. Now, obviously, back then I had a smaller account that wasn't an issue, but that's why I get these, I create these wicks on all these stocks because I don't give a shit. If I need to get out, I get out. BPTH, I remember the ticker, don't remember the trade though. But yes, I was probably trading it. You all been wicked by me? Oh, that sounds dirty. Guys, I'm sorry if I wicked you. I didn't intend to. PE? PE I get from MarketSmith. Like all this earnings and sales numbers again. Yeah, you should be scared shorting parabolic stuff. It is scary. You should be scared. That's you know. I've seen some insane moves. You know, something like GME happens a couple of times per year. Not necessarily as liquid. GME was very, very liquid, but it happens several times per year. It's all about knowing how to trade them. Because it's the same thing over and over again. This is like watching a movie you've seen 10 times before or 20 times before. It's just super predictable, but you just don't know how long is the movie is gonna be. Is it gonna be an hour and a half? Is it gonna be 2 hours? Is it gonna be 2.5 hours? You don't know, but you know exactly how it's gonna end. And the text in the end, you know, the text in the end, you know exactly in what order the text is gonna come, but you just don't know for sure how long the movie is gonna last. The same thing over and over again. And soon it's gonna set up again. I'm just trailing my long for now. Actually, I'm gonna move my stop out more. I'm just gonna use the 20 EMA on the 60. But if it goes up, you know, maybe tomorrow we'll have a short setup in it again. So today's day 2 of the second leg higher. What I used when I was day trading? Yeah, break. Honestly, I was doing a lot of random shit. I didn't really know how to trade. I tested out a lot of stuff. But I was, but these like mean reversion setups was a big thing. Those are that's the most profitable day trading setup, the mean reversion setups. If you know how to trade them, you know, something like CPE yesterday, this is the most profitable shorting setup. In my opinion. It's the most predictable. Tesla is over my stop. Oh shit, it is. Alright, getting stopped out. Yeah, you guys are keeping me safe. And that's the problem. Now it's just gonna run up into the declining 10, maybe declining 20, and then what? For me, yeah, for me it's just more about you know, waiting. I'm not looking to aggressively trade anything on the long side. But again, if you are a shorter term swing trader, go ahead. But now, right now, I think it's kind of too late to try buy these bounce attempts. Most of them are already up a lot. It would have been so much easier if the market had gapped down. You know, stuff like Baidu, you know, instead of gapping up 8%, what if it had gapped down 7-8%? Now, I would have gone, you know, I would have done some decent size on something like that. And there was another one I was watching. Now, you know, gapping up and pushing higher, it's just a lot of the upside is gone. Oh man, Disca. No. Come on. It's gonna go to 55, 50 without me. That's fine. It's a community stop, yeah. Oh, how I use the PE? I really don't use it much. It doesn't really matter. It's mostly irrelevant. I'm doing it because of some old habit. Not even sure why. It's irrelevant. For trading purposes, actually for investing purposes too, it's a totally irrelevant number. It's, you know, I don't really use it. It's just an old habit that I'm trying to get rid of. If I take quicker profits in bounce setup, yeah, because bounce setups are probably usually not gonna be multi-week, multi-month affairs. Bounce setups are maybe gonna be multi-day, you know, a few day affair most of the time. Yeah, but this guy is more liquid. That's why I shorted Disca, or wanted to short Disca. What is NFT that Dantes is talking about? What the hell is NFT? What the hell is NFT? Non-fungible token. Okay, this stuff is so over my head. So it's a token that doesn't get fungus, or what? Anti-fungus token? The hell does it mean? Virtual art? Only people under the age of 30 would understand. Don't hurt my feelings. I can buy shitty drawings for 7,000. Aww. You know, there's just too much money flying around in the world right now. People throwing, like people are treating financial markets like a playground. It never ends well for these people. You know, it's fun while it lasts, but you know, it's just people are just so reckless right now with all these meme stocks and stuff like that. There's just no regard for any type of risk. It's insane. You know, the things people are buying, and you know, 2 years from now, no one is gonna care. There's gonna be something new. Amazing, 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 amazing. DDD. Mean reversion long setup. I mean, it looks like 50 other stocks right now. Look, if the market bounces, this thing could easily bounce back to 35. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's building higher lows, and yeah, I would personally prefer more of a range in these stocks, but the $1 million homepage. Yeah. Yeah, the art scene is shady. It's yeah, absolutely. You know, what's art in someone's eyes is you know, piece of crap in other people's eyes. So yeah, it's very subjective. It's true. I think Centerpoint is good for shorting. There are others too. But I use Centerpoint, and I'm very happy with them. Yeah, Cobra is also someone a lot of people have mentioned Cobra too. They're very similar, I think. Ice, 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 ice. Damn, I should have added when it failed at VWAP. Damn it. One of my Centerpoint accounts got closed, yes. I use Sterling Trader. Yeah, no, the shorting game, like this is also like, you know, just getting shorts on these like smaller cap stocks, it can be a very expensive affair. Like I paid like, I mean, just holding the shares I had on ISO overnight cost me a couple of $100,000. I think, not sure exact number, but yeah. How much I paid in locates this year? Probably $1 million. And I don't even short that much anymore. Yeah, like, you know, stay away from shorting. People who mostly short sell, they're also mostly miserable. It's just a really tough business to be in. Like everything is like they are against you. Everyone is gonna be against you. It's hard to get locates, it's expensive, you know, the mathematics are against you. Everything, the whole universe will be against you. It's like fighting the laws of the universe. It's super hard. You know, you can never make more than 100% on a gain, but you can very easily lose 1,000%. Oh, well, if you're not careful, obviously. The mathematics don't make sense. But go on the long side, how many, just this year alone, how many like multiple 100% winners have I had? Dozens. Or maybe not dozens, but definitely like 10 100% movers this year alone. And what was my initial risk on those stocks? Maybe 5%? I mean, the risk reward is just so much better. Shorting is just, yeah, it's not really. Oh yeah, risk management is even more important for people who short momentum stocks. I'm talking so much crap about short sellers. Not short sellers, but short selling. It's hard. It's a hard game, and even many of the world's like most famous top short sellers admit that, like, you know, like people who run like long short hedge funds and stuff like that, and made them name it for themselves. Even many of them admit that short selling hasn't added really much more value. Like their shorting doesn't add any value other than that it dampens the volatility of the funds. Like it's super hard to make money short selling, especially if you have like a big account. Now, having said that, I think if you're a day trader or a very short-term swing trader, shorting can be very lucrative. But again, like I can't really recommend it because I know most of you will just blow up in a flash. But if you can identify and short stuff like CPE, that's how I made most, you know, my first million day trading. To a big part. I traded other stuff too, but this was one of my favorite setups. It still is. And I would have traded CPE if it, you know, wasn't a very liquid small cap. But, you know, 4 years ago, I would have been all over this thing. Are they gonna close all Vision accounts? Wait, are they gonna like close Vision altogether? Are they also closing like smaller accounts now? All right. Why are they doing that? Have any others gotten the email to close their account? No, not Centerpoint. It's Vision that's closing their accounts. Centerpoint is not closing any Vision accounts. Vision is closing Vision accounts. Oh no, wait, is Centerpoint closing their Vision accounts? Are they gonna... Oh, okay. Or what? No. I don't get it. Is Vision closing all of their accounts? Like, are they gonna wind down the company, close the company altogether, liquidate? Or is Centerpoint ending their relationship with Vision? I don't get it. Because when my Vision account got closed, it was Vision that closed it, not Centerpoint. Because Vision, well, Vision is taking all the risk and they didn't want to deal with a big account trading a bunch of volatile stocks. They can't answer. Well, they can if they wait 60 seconds. Or well, we all have to wait 60 seconds. It's the price we have to pay for having over 1,000 people here. Some people are just so trigger happy. They just need to write stuff in the chat. Some people just can't sit back and chill. That's why we needed to do it. Centerpoint. Oh, okay. So Centerpoint is closing their all division accounts. All right. Okay. Thanks for clarifying. Okay. So they're ending the like the relationship with Vision. Okay. Sure. How did you push yourself to double the size? Well, it's very easy. If you double your account, let's say you double your account in a few months, okay? Your size and risk should double eventually too. Usually for me personally, there's always a little bit of a lag. But if I double my account in X amount of months, my size and my risk will have doubled too, maybe a few months later. There's usually a lag because it takes time to get used to new size and new risk. But that's how you scale. That's how you grow a small account into a huge account. You won't grow a small account into a huge account by taking all the profits out every month and keeping your account small and, you know, scalping or day trading. It's not going to happen. Now, obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think a lot of traders are really, even a lot of successful traders, they don't maybe even realize what's possible in the stock market. You know, people just do what they see other people do. But there's nothing wrong with, you know, taking all the profits. You know, if you have a profitable strategy, maybe if you're a day trader, especially if you live up like on the West Coast in the US, you can day trade the opening and then you can go do your day job or do whatever you want with the rest of your day. You know, make a few $1,000 every day, or almost every day. Trade for an hour or hour and a half or 2 hours, and then you can do whatever you like the rest of the day. Nothing wrong with that. How do you just make a few thousand almost every day? If you're a good trader, you can very easily make several thousand per day, almost every day. Not every day, but if you know, like some of the best day traders, they make money maybe 3 out of 5 days, break even 1 out of 5, and maybe lose money 1 out of 5. You can very easily average a few, you know, several thousand per day. Because at a certain point, if you have a couple of setups that you have traded for a long time, it becomes so automatic. It's like driving. If you've driven a car for, you know, 10 years, it's just the easiest thing ever. It's no effort. Even in heavy traffic, if you're used to it, it's no effort. It's the same thing with trading. It's a lot of effort in the beginning, but once you spend a lot of time on it, it's a no effort thing. It's the easiest thing ever. It's automatic. You can multitask. You can watch YouTube on the side or Twitch on the side. Yes, this I know. I saved all the articles I found about him in my Evernote. Amazing trader. There are very few traders I look up to nowadays. He's one of them. Holy shit. Well, if you're a good trader, you're not gonna have a $3,000 account. A good trader will never have a small account. Sis stop trading? Yeah, makes sense. Because after a while, you know, it's fun for a while. But once you get so good, it's kind of not fun anymore. It's not a challenge anymore. It gets boring. It's the same thing with games too. Once I get really good at a game, it gets boring. I don't feel inspired anymore. This strategy, he bought here and sold there. That's the way I understand his strategy. I'm gonna look up some of the articles I have in Evernote. What was his name? Takashi. Wait. Takashi Kotegawa. Takashi. I'll search for him in my Evernote. I know I have a couple of. I studied him a couple of, not, maybe 3-4 years ago when I found him. Takashi. Here it is. His screen game is pretty strong though. Wait, which year is it? 2014? Yeah, that was a long time ago. Let's read it together. Oh, I love it. Did he live with his mom? Wait, how much? So 2 billion yen. Wait, if $20 million, that's like, okay, 100th. Okay, so if he made a profit of 140 million yen, it means it was like $1.4 million. Okay. So 6 billion yen, that's like 60 million bucks. Not bad because 2014 wasn't like a bubble year or anything. Not bad for a year like 2014. There you go. Okay, he's not living with his mom. Probably not. Oh, I love it. This is what happens if you day trade, guys. Don't day trade. Or actually do day trade if you're really good at it. Oh, there you go. This is what I did in World of Warcraft. If I hadn't played World of Warcraft, I hadn't been a successful trader. Hey, there you go. Everyone wants to know the holy grail of successful trading. Here you go. It's all for free. You don't need to pay, pay 10,000 bucks to some shady marketer. There you go. Here, there you go. Here it is. This is what I keep talking about. All of my best trades are the ones I lose money. There you go. This is the key. These sentences, these two sentences are the key to trading. It's kind of funny they call him a day trader. This just proves he's not a day trader. Oh, look at this. Buy stocks that are being bought and sell stocks that are being sold. Trade with the trend. Unless you're an investor, you don't want to buy stocks that are going down. You want to buy stocks that are going up. If you're an investor, doesn't matter, but for a trader, this is key. Oh, look at this. Exact same problem I'm having now. Interesting. This is why I saved. Oh shit, the ice is down. I need to cover some more. Hey guys, did any of my stops hit while I was reading the article? I haven't looked at my portfolio in a while. No, no. I don't like that MSTR is getting rejected on the 10-day for now. Or on the 65 EMA on the 60. Don't like that for now. BNF, yeah, they mentioned someone called BNF in the article. I need to Google him. BNF. I'm gonna read up on BNF later. Should I also get the triple letter alias? What should I get? I also wanted a cool. Oh, BNF is the same person. How many names does he have? QLM? Yeah, QLM. Hey guys, from now on I'm the. No, BNF is not the same. Yeah, they're two different ones. QME. I kind of like QLM. BLR. KKQ. KRS. KRS or QLM? FUD. Shad. TQLM? Yeah, QLM I like. Ticker spam alert. Hey, guys, if you just put tickers out there, you will get banned. There's like 20 people waiting to get banned. Oh, yeah, I like QLM. QLM or KRS? Knock? Oh, I like that one too. But it has to be 3 letters. Yes, LH. I'm gonna be a cool Japanese trader too. Or do you have to be Japanese to have one of these cool names? Not sure about the rules. Yeah, guys, this I don't get it. Why are you guys spamming the GM ticker? Every time I start the stream, bunch of people are spamming the GM ticker. I don't get it. What's special with GM? Every single day. I'm gonna start banning. I know it's before the first 30 minutes after market open, but I'll start banning people, spamming tickers. Oh. What's my monitor setup like? Well, you would know if you followed the instruction on the screen. Isn't it in my about page? I'm pretty sure it is. Wait, what's my blog? Oh, yeah. Yeah, shorts and stories. I'm pretty sure I have a picture of my setup. Yeah, I do. Also with my cat. This is the picture I have on my about page. You can clearly see it. This is what it looks like. It's a X1 carbon. Do I like walks on the beach? No. Yes, independent laptop for executing the trades. You don't want Brandy Love and your trading platform or your executing platform on the same computer. How Twitter? It's TweetDeck. It's called TweetDeck. And also my laptop has independent, like I like the Lenovo because it has SIM card slots, so you know I'm always connected wherever I go. I think it's really nice. That's the main reason I have Lenovo. And it has a matte screen. I really hate glossy screens. I just hate them so much. It's not even funny. And not a lot of manufacturers make matte screens. It's just horrible. I just horrible. Tethering? I don't know what tethering is, sorry. No idea. You can make matte screen with sandpaper. I'm sure you can. You can connect Wi-Fi to your data plan on your phone. Yeah, but you're missing the point. Because if I take my phone, I go into another room, my computer would get disconnected. Or if I go away, like if I am somewhere, maybe I leave. You know, I go a little bit further away from the computer, I would get disconnected. It kind of, you guys are kind of missing the point. It's about having a connection to your computer that never gets disconnected. No, it's 1080p for better battery life. Using your phone as a modem is for losers, guys. Then you have to connect, you have to start the hotspot. You have to start the hotspot, then then the computer has to connect to the hotspot. It takes several seconds longer than having it built in. Why not have two phones for that? Your Neuralink? Yeah, I want to get a Neuralink too. Starlink? Well, you can already get satellite. You don't have to wait for Starlink. No, I don't have satellite. I'm thinking about getting satellite as a third backup. The matte one is 400 nits, and the glossy ones are 500 nits. But I would like to get a matte one with 500 nits, but there are none, unfortunately. I think. Not that I have found. Yeah, I know. The satellite connections are slow, but it's, you know, just for quotes. Just so you can, you know, still see the quotes as an emergency in case everything else fails. You get a countrywide a blackout while the market is open, and you're short 400,000 shares of ICE. You know, it's good to have a backup, so you can, you know, you never know. Your fourth backup is 56k modem. Yeah, exactly. Either a satellite phone, maybe a satellite phone would be easier. You can just call the trading desk. I should probably get one. I'm gonna get a satellite. Okay. I'm gonna Google for satellite phone. And if I find a good looking one, I will buy it. If they're ugly, I won't buy it, okay? Holy fuck, I will never get a satellite phone. What the hell is this? These are actually decent. Looks like a regular phone. I would rather lose 10% of my count than get something like this. No. Maybe something like this. What is this? This is called the Virgin phone. Only for people who still live in their mom's basement. Oh wait. Damn it. Oh. Oh. A mobile trading setup. Look at that. You have the computer and the phone in one. Look at that. You have a triple screen setup. Holy shit. They thought of it. Oh, a double portable trading setup? Look at that. They even have a double version of this. What amazing times we live in. Or I'm just gonna get this one off Alibaba. A China satellite phone. Best deal. I'm gonna get this one. Why does some of these have this big antenna but some of them don't? Does it make a difference? Like does a phone like this have worse connection quality, or like why do you need this big antenna that sticks out? Can't you have it like built in, for example, on the back of the phone or something? Antenna size, wait. Are you telling me size matters when it comes to satellite phones? So getting something like this isn't a good idea. Wait, this is not the satellite phone. This is just a smartphone. Okay, so I have to get a. So the bigger the stick, the better. So I should get this one. We can. Okay. I'll get the Virgin phone. But I want the smartphone. But the antenna is kind of pathetic. Oh, look at this one. Look at the size of this antenna. Holy shit. What a magnificent antenna. Oh well. Length is more important than girth. Okay, so so the antenna doesn't have to be thick, it only has to be long. All right. Good to know. SMT looks intriguing. It's one of these commodity names. It's a sector that's been showed a lot of strength. This X had a big move yesterday. I didn't like the setup yesterday though. I know someone mentioned it, but I just didn't like it. There are satellite casings? Really? Alright, I'm gonna cut the stream now. I'm getting super bored here. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck.